This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green. I have two guests today from the Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Theater production of I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. I say hi to Braden Rude and Forrest Green.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks so much for being here. The show goes up in a couple of weeks. We'll talk dates and tickets in just a minute, but let's start with, for those who aren't familiar with this musical, who wants to give me the synopsis?
How about the tagline?
Okay.
I wrote the tagline down. I'm so studious. I'm ready to go.
He's got his notes.
It is everything you have ever secretly thought about dating, romance, marriage, lovers, husbands, wives, and in-laws, but were afraid to admit.
There you go. And I've seen this show before, so it's it's funny, it's sad, it's profane.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
There's moments. Yes.
Yeah. And the music is great.
It's wonderful.
So, Forrest, you're the music director, so talk a little bit about the music.
I was not aware of the show at all. When I got invited to music direct by Braden, I was ecstatic. I worked with the Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Theater a couple years ago, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Accompanied them on that, loved it. Like I said, rushed back as soon as she asked me, and I've really been enjoying the score so far. It's a varied score. There are a lot of different genres. It's got everything from a rock ballad, straight rock, jazz, blues. There's a couple waltzes. It's got a 50s doo-wop style song. There's a little Italian opera in there. There's a lullaby. There's a tango. Exactly, some gospel. So it really goes all over the place, but it's beautiful how all the music connects the story, and which is essentially just human relationships.
Well, and it requires quite a bit of your singers then to be able to shift from genre to genre.
Yes, absolutely. We got some very talented singers too.
How big is the cast?
It is 6. Normally it's 4. It was written for 4. Sometimes it's performed with 8, as with the additional 4 as backup singers. But we are doing 6, which is 3 couples.
So, and then they play different characters throughout the course.
Exactly. Yep. No characters, really consistent throughout the show,
right.
I would say.
Nope.
Right. Just a bunch of...
It's almost kind of a series of vignettes.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
That's precisely what it
again,
is,
that different kinds of relationships at different parts of people's lives.
Mm-hmm. Different times.
Different times, yeah.
Spanning from the first date all the way to a very sweet scene with a couple of little old widowed people falling in love.
Starting over.
Yeah, starting over.
And Braden, you of course work on the production end of the production, but you're also acting in this one.
Yes, I typically wear several hats at Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Theater, and I'm one of the couples. I'd say I'm the backup singer couple, as well as choreographing and then producing as well. And our whole board produces. I mean, we have main producers, but then everybody steps up to the plate, and we're all volunteers. And it's we all love theater and have a passion for it, and really step up to the plate and put on really nice shows, really good shows.
Tell me about the rest of the cast.
Well, we have Kim Benish, who is a staple in Mount Vernon, and Cammie and John Zbanek Hill, and Cammie was in Putnam with us, but also her husband has now come into community theater.
So he hadn't been doing theater, and now
he'd always been doing theater, but not with us.
You.
So he's got into our claws there, and then we have me and John Gruber Miller, who is another vet of Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Theater. And then we have a new face, is Michael Surface, and he just moved 3 weeks before auditions. He just moved from Oregon, so it's exciting that he heard about this and came out and wanting to meet new people and make new friends, and we made a new friend as well. So
now, Forrest, are you local to the area, or?
I am. I'm from Cedar Rapids. I graduated from Coe College.
Okay.
Been living here for a while now, and I started playing as a pit musician with Theater Cedar Rapids back in 2011. And a friend of a friend told me that the Mount Vernon Lisbon crew was doing Putnam County a couple years ago, and that's when I got welcomed with open arms by them. They're such a loving, fun charismatic group to play with.
And no good deed goes unpunished. So you go from playing in the pit band, and now you've got the whole musical end of the thing
There
to
I
deal
am.
with.
Yep, both hands. It's awesome.
That's what you get for doing a good job. They
Yeah,
just
we
hand
don't
you
mess
more work.
around, that's for sure.
I really lucked out in that department. Yeah, and locally I teach some piano lessons privately, and I play at a local church, Our Savior's Lutheran. Our Savior's. Hold on, I get the name right. Our Savior's Lutheran Church, First Avenue, and just really, really enjoying the lifestyle and really enjoying opportunities like this.
Talking with Forrest
Very
and
lucky.
Braden from the Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Theater about the upcoming production of I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. So, Forrest, you were not familiar with this show.
I was not.
Before you started. Braden, had you ever seen it before?
I've never seen it.
No? Okay. So everybody I got blank slate for almost everyone
Well,
concerned.
Cammie, who's in the show, brought it to our board and read through it and said this would be a good fit. And we have a smaller space, so we need smaller musicals, and this really fit the bill. So my only familiarity was the knowledge of the title, and then I read the script, and then that was it. So.
Yeah, well, it's a funny script, and as we said, the music is fun because it does require you to throw the change up quite often.
Extreme change-ups. The opening number has a 16-measure reggae break right in the middle, just out of nowhere, and then right back to the opening number. So, yeah, a lot of different styles, as touched on earlier, and pretty challenging score, but everyone's coming along great. I know in a
And
couple
just
weeks.
working on the characters and the various characters and trying to find those different aspects within yourself as an actor is it's challenging and fun.
It's
and
gotta be.
And it really, it makes you just work harder, and I don't know, it's very hard to explain.
The
but
notes
it's a
on
lot
my
of fun.
pages never change, but your characters do. Every scene you and all the actors are in, they're constantly changing. So, yeah.
Everything is fluid.
Exactly.
Favorite moment in the show thus far, Braden?
I have to say, just it wouldn't be necessarily anything anybody see. Well, they'd see it in some aspect on the stage, but just the bonding that we've had and the fun and the mess ups and the laughter and just how great this cast has been and crew, and just the trust that you have in being able to be open and explore has just been a really fun, neat experience that you don't always get.
Forrest, favorite musical moment right now, at least. And I realize this might change as you get closer, but what's the
It might, and
standout?
it
What's the
always
standout
does.
moment right now?
It always does. It happens almost right in the middle of the show. The opening number is about the first date and all the trials and tribulations of that. The ending number is with the two widowed people meeting and falling in love. About smack dab in the middle of the show is a lullaby that a father sings about how he is starting to speak to all other adults in the same way that he speaks to his newborn child, because that's all he knows now is baby talk. And it's a very funny piece, and it just kind of brings everything to a halt to hear this dad babble incessantly
And-
like a baby.
Everybody has experienced something in this show.
Absolutely.
And it
Married or
it's
not,
kind of
kids or not.
you have to laugh because the truth, if you didn't, it hurts. The truth hurts, and you're like, so you have to laugh.
Yeah, you'll definitely see something. You'll see something that you have done or said or witnessed in your relationship in this show. I guarantee it. So it goes up in a couple of weeks, weekend of the 24th, right?
July 23rd through the 26th. It's July 23rd through the 25th at 7:30, and Sunday, July 26th at 2 o'clock at the First Street Community Center Uptown Theater in Mount Vernon, in our renovated theater. And the tickets are $12, and those are on sale at Mount Vernon CarePro Pharmacy and Lisbon Library, or you can call 319-535-2030 and reserve your tickets there.
Okay.
She didn't even notes.
Didn't
even need notes. I
need
brought notes in,
for that.
hardly
Our
used them.
video audience is amazed
I know.
that you are able to do all that off the top of your head. And if people people need that number again, what's the website?
It's www.mvlct.com, and we're also on Facebook,
Okay.
Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Theater.
All right, Braden and Forrest from the Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Theater. It's I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, opening July 23rd. Good luck with it.
Thank you so
Dennis.
much, Dennis.
Appreciate it.